Guys, so let's get into this first impression, okay? Yes, this is the Bronze Temptation Opulence, like Mthrshp mini abbreviated palette. So this is the one that has more of the warm tones. Here it is. Very beautiful, and I feel like it looks washed out. Shades are very rich, and I'm excited to get down to business. Eyes have been set. I'm going to add more powder underneath my eye. Just like in the Mthrshp 5 palette, this one has an insert with the shadow names. So yeah, I'm going to go on into a transition shade, which is Burning Desire. So this is a nice shade. It's a very nice shade, and it gives a lot of depth to the eye, even though it's so, like, this looks like a shade that would be my skin tone. But when I put it on, it's just like so rich. Like, I could get away with this as like a crease color on an everyday makeup look. So if you are somebody who is lighter than me, then this could be, then you could have like 2 crease colors in this shade. I mean, in this palette, which is really nice. Okay. So I've blended that in very nicely. Blends into the skin very nicely. No harsh lines or lines of demarcation, which is very nice. And I did not put down like a setting powder on my base for my eyes. So I'm going to go into Corruption. And this is like a duochrome. So here it is. I don't know if you can see the duochromy nature to it, but when you look at it in a certain light, it looks more like a bronze chrome. Not bronze chrome, like a bronze golden type of a shade. I'm going to press that with my finger. Yeah, you can definitely see that duochrome nature to the shade. And it's going on so nicely. Gosh, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh. And so when I look straight on in my mirror, it looks red. Deep red, you know, burgundy shade. But then when I look at it like this in my mirror, it's like a bronzy pinkish tint to it, and it's really cool. But no glitter glue was placed down there before I used these shades, okay? No glitter glue. Alright, the next shade I'm going to do on the inner corner is going to be this other shade, which is another duochrome. I'm really trying it today with these duochromes. Okay, I'm going to use Provocatrix, but I'm going to use it with a brush and see how this goes on that way. It's picking up pretty nicely. So this has a greenish hint to it. I'm going to use my finger. See how close I can get to my inner tear duct with my finger. So this is an interesting look because of the duochrome nature to both of these shades. This gold has a reddish undertone to it, or maybe that's the duochrome nature to it, but it looks like it might be just like a gold, but it's a gold with a little type of a reddish undertone to it. And then when you just turn your head in different lights, it looks a little bit green. This is pretty, man. Alright, going in with the other finger. This is pretty, and you know, and it reminds me of, it's like Christmas time. It reminds me of Christmas. Now that I'm seeing the look, I do want to add a little bit of deep, a little bit more depth to the crease. So I'm going to use Dark Paradise, and I'm going to go in with a light hand on a little bit more of a pointed brush, and just take this into the crease lowly into the crease, lower into the crease area. So that shade is okay. It doesn't look as intense in person as it does on the viewfinder. And so I'm using the same brush that I used to put down the transition shade, and I'm just going over the edge of that to blend it out. Come through, Pat McGrath. She is doing the absolute most with these holiday releases. Like, seriously, Mthrshp 5, and then this. She's released some like lip balms and stuff, like all within a span of like a couple of months. It's like, girl, you know how much your stuff costs? Like, gosh, give us a little time to save some more money so we can, you know, get the stuff. This is the top eye situation. I'm going to do my mascara, eyeliner, change my battery, and then I will be right back. We are back. Everything's been done. Blush, contour, bronzer, all that fun stuff. And then you can see something else that's been done. A big black mascara dot from, obviously, me doing my mascara. So I've been letting that set for, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to take some green eyeliner on the bottom lash line. I'm not going to take it all the way over, just to basically, like, I guess maybe covering about 2/3 of the lower lash line. The shade Supernova. And this is a tiny brush. It might be a lip pencil, a lip brush, but I'm going to take some of that on this brush and then just kind of add a little bit of that underneath and bring it down, smoke it out a little bit. Like a flat shader brush, okay, I'm going to pick up some of the transition shade we used earlier and then just drag that underneath across the entire lash line to make sure it's kind of blended out under. I am praying that this comes off easily from my skin like some other mascaras do. Okay. It's been sitting there for a while, so it should be dry. Praying to God it's dry. Alright, and then I'm just going to flick it, alright, with the scrapey part. Hey! That's what you do, guys. Okay, and there's a little bit like of a darkness. You get, like, you see it is a little dark, noticeable. And I'm just going to take my little sponge and dab, dab, dab over it, and then we're good. If you want to reapply contour, you can. I'm going to take my, what I used for contour, whatever was left on that brush, and do that, and then we're good. Alright guys, I'm finished with the look. This is it. Let me get a little bit closer for you guys. So I just went with a glossy lip. This is a Pat McGrath lip gloss in the shade Bronze Temptation. Really? Wow, that's so hilarious. Yeah, Bronze Temptation, which is the same, I think, the name of this little palette. So that's hilarious, but didn't do that on purpose. But anyways, so this is what it is. Nice, basically, you know, transparent gloss with a little bit of a pinky reddish golden duochrome shift. So everything like my whole look is duochrome today, okay? All right, but here it is, closer for you guys, and here are the eyes. Okay. That's it, guys. I am feeling this eye look. I feel like it may be getting a little bit washed out on camera, but it looks so pretty. Everything is blended in so seamlessly, and I'm very pleased. Alright, so once again, here is the palette, and let me get you guys some swatches of the first row. Okay, here are the swatches, okay? So it's in reverse order because of the way it's coming off on the camera. I did it looking down, and then when I flip it up, it's reverse order. But these are the shades. This is the transition shade in the middle. You can see that it's basically similar, very, very similar to my skin tone. If you guys can see it, that would be miraculous, because I really can't on the viewfinder. But yeah, the green, and then the two shades I used down here on my eyes, and then the deeper shade that I used today to deepen the crease. So the only shade I didn't use today is the first shade, which is called Celestial. That's what it's called, Celestial. So I did not use Celestial today, and I do want to note to you guys that a Celestial and Supernova, those are two drier formulas. They are a little drier is all I can say. So they're not as creamy when you touch them. but they still perform very nicely. I think the Supernova shade performed very nicely under my lash line, so on my lower lash line. So yeah, I'm a fan. The mattes perform nicely, very brown girl friendly, very brown girl friendly. So I'm very pleased with the palette. Yeah, and this first impression gets 2 thumbs up. Okay, 2 thumbs up. Definitely check it out. $55 on patmcgrath.com or Sephora. I did get 10% off because when she does do her releases, oftentimes she'll let you get early access either that day, or not either, usually a couple hours before the launch goes public, and then you get a 10% off for whatever is being released. So I got 10% off of this palette, so I was like, okay, thank you. But hey, if you're looking for Sephora points, it's at Sephora now. Oftentimes her products come out on her website before they come to Sephora, so just an FYI, if you want to be in on the next, Pat McGrath release, get some coins off, save a little bit of money, then definitely get on her VIP email list. So, but yeah, I am very pleased with this. I do think I will get a lot of use out of this. Definitely check it out if you are interested, and I will be seeing you guys in another video real soon. See you. Oh, by the way, guys, I am on Instagram and Twitter. I got a Twitter. I have not been on Snapchat, so yeah, I just haven't been on Snapchat because my little setup in my car came down, and I haven't made the time to put it back up. That's basically all it is to it. So, and I don't know how many people are on Snapchat anymore. Like, are people done? I think people might be done with Snapchat based on my, from what I hear from other people. So, Twitter and Instagram, definitely check me out. I will put the information in the video or in the box, in the description box. All right, let me know how you like the video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel to see more content from me, and I will be talking to you all really, really soon. See ya.